A couple days ago. Just what was that experience like for you?
That experience was so cool. Me and Liam were actually just talking about it. We grew up like huge WWE fans. I grew up just worshiping The Rock and things like that. So when Stamp told me a few weeks back I was going to Orlando to go to WWE, I obviously jumped on the opportunity. Great opportunity though.
How much do you value just having all these opportunities that you've had? I know you're in your 5th year now, just getting to add up all these opportunities, do this, do that, all those different things.
Yeah, ever since I've been here, I think Coach Meyer and Coach Ryan Stanford, I started the Real Life Wednesdays program, and even since my freshman year, a lot of people obviously don't think freshmen are going into job fairs looking for jobs, but it's just the connections you make for when you do become a junior. You have internships lined up and things like that, and so when you're done playing football, you're ready to go.
Do you come to realize at this point in your career like how much more important this is than maybe when you first came in as a freshman?
Oh yeah, for sure. I think coming in as a freshman, obviously, you're not really thinking about this type of stuff. You're thinking NFL is the main goal over everything. And then I think it hit me my sophomore year when I got my second injury. Like, oh my God, I need to start figuring out what I want to do after football, whenever it would come to an end. But yeah, I'm just so thankful for the opportunity to meet the network and meet all these people.
Justin, you were one of the guys that got their degrees in the spring. Just what did that mean to you?
Yeah, it meant so much. It's something I've been working on for 16 years. Yeah, so I mean, it was a cool experience. Just graduating from some of the guys in my class. Yeah, it's cool.
You had another injury this spring. Just how are you doing physically right now?
Yeah, physically I feel great. I wouldn't say back to obviously my playing days or my what I call baseline, but it's a process. I feel good. I'm jogging in water right now. Hopefully, look forward to jogging on land and running in the next couple of months.
Do you anticipate being ready by training camp?
I mean, with the injury like this, the timeline's so vague, So if I keep progressing on the trajectory, I feel confident that I'll be back doing some stuff in camp.
What exactly is the injury that you suffered?
I ruptured my Achilles tendon.
So I know Tuff went through this last year. How much have you talked to him about kind of that recovery from an Achilles injury and trying to get back?
Yeah, I talked to him so much. He was probably the first person I talked to when I tore my Achilles. I mean, he's like the gold standard of a guy you want to look at as far as rehab. He got back from Achilles rupture, I think, in 6 months, 6.5 months playing the game. So he's someone I've definitely leaned on and kind of competing with, trying to beat his time to get back on the field.
You've been through so many of these injuries. After this one, is there a point where you got to think, what next? What can happen next?
Yeah, I mean, for sure. I talk about this all the time. When I first got my injuries, every single one, it was like, well, why me? Like, what am I going to do after this? Like, is football even still an option for me? That obviously went through my head right after the injury. But I mean, just being around the team, being around the guys, like those thoughts don't last long.
When did you hurt it? During practice?
I think third practice of spring ball. Yeah.
And
Second.
You want to make an impression and all that stuff, and that happens. Did you know right away?
Yeah, I knew. It was funny because, well, it wasn't funny, but my Achilles was sore for probably about 2 weeks. But I'm thinking, I mean, that's like a common soreness around the Woody, so I'm thinking nothing of it. So I asked Tuff one day, I'm like, what did it feel like when you tore your Achilles? And he literally described it as someone like smacking you with a bat in your calf. And then I was doing pass rush against JK, and I kind of pushed off on it. And I had that same, it felt like someone, I literally thought Coach Alford kicked me in the back on film. I'm like, turning around, like, why'd you kick me? You know what I mean? And yeah, it was just a crazy experience.
You're really trying to beat Tuff's recovery time? Because that would be like me trying to compete with Sue Bird on a basketball court.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we're always, at the Woody, we're always competing, and why not do it in rehab, Yeah.
Knowing that this is your last year, how much does that drive you to get back out there?
Yeah, that's obviously the main driver of this injury because I only have so much time left. Yeah.
You mentioned that you have to think about possible life after football now, especially with the injuries you've had. What is it that you want to do after football? What's kind of your post-football career goals?
Yeah, I graduated in marketing, so I kind of want to go into a brand development program. Probably start off somewhere in sales.
Any particular, companies you have the opportunity to intern with or meet with at these job fairs that have given you kind of those experiences or potential opportunities for you?
Yeah, so far I have worked with Northwestern Mutual. I worked with Covelli Enterprises. I did one little externship with WWE. Still learned. I was only out there for a couple of days, but still learned so much. So, yeah.
How much does being able to have these opportunities kind of motivate you to keep going and continue to be a part of this football program when you could have given up, like you said?
Yeah, I mean, at the same time, I'm still rehabbing. I still have the goal to keep playing, but at the same time, in the back of my mind, I want to start preparing for life after football and networking as much as I can.
So the NFL is still your goal?
Yeah, that's not
What do you feel like when you do get back this season? What do you feel like your role can be on this team? How do you feel like you can contribute to this team?
Yeah, I feel like I can contribute hopefully as fast as I can get back. The new defense, I think, I love the new defense. Guys are playing fast. There's so many different variables, so many different ways you can make an impact in this new defense, and yeah, I think there's a lot of ways.
What are the biggest things you've learned from Coach Washington and the other new defensive coaches so far?
Mostly mentality. I mean, I've always been blessed to have great linebacker coaches. Coach Fickle, Coach Davis was extremely talented, but Coach Washington brings that kind of extra level of passion every day, and it kind of motivates you to be that energy giver to the team.
How much confidence do you guys have as a linebacker unit and as a defense that the struggles you had last year with a new scheme, with more experience, that you guys are going to be able to overcome that and perform better this year?
You said how many what?
How much confidence you guys have that you guys are going to be able to overcome the struggles you had last year and perform better this year?
Yeah, we have a ton of confidence. Like the whole time last year we were going through our struggles, we have a tight-knit group of guys who go hard. And ever since my time I've been here, if you have that baseline, everything else will come. So I feel confident that we'll have a lot better year this year.
You came in, 5-star guy, obviously the career was not going the way you wanted because of the injuries.
Yeah.
How have you kind of dealt with that mentally?
Mentally, yeah, obviously I've always had that. The goal for any recruit is obviously to play in the NFL, and that's something I still haven't lost. But yeah, it's been frustrating 4 years, but at the same time, I wouldn't give it up for anything. The people I've met, the times I've had, all the experiences, I wouldn't give it up for anything.